Okay, guys, so I'm going to be talking about the blood of Zeus and the chaos Zeus has brung upon the human realm because of his actions. So, this is kind of talking about Zeus's affair, and this is not Zeus's first affair. He's had several. Like, he's had multiple children with other people while he was not even married with them. I think maybe like the only person that has not been like had with like that was in the marriage is probably one of them. But today we're going to just be focusing on Heron as he is the main protagonist. He is half god and half human. And Hera ends up finding out this. She ends up finding out that Zeus has had another affair and is about to have another child. This time there is no sorry. Zeus has said sorry way too many times. She's fed up, and rightfully so. She wants Zeus's head. It's like the only way I'm gonna forgive you is if I have your head or your son's head, and that's just that. Like she she's done. She's fed up. She doesn't want nothing to really do with Zeus. Like she wants something to do with Zeus. She really loves Zeus, but Zeus just can't keep his junk in his pants at all. And this just causes because of this causes a lot of issues for the humans. So it all starts out because this man goes out to the human world and ends up, falling in love with this human called Electra. She is the wife of a king. And not only is this a big issue on her end, but it's a big issue on his end because this is just going to be a trickling effect of just mess. So, first of all, Zeus is deceitful because he didn't even truly identify himself as Zeus to begin with. He was impersonating her husband. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that's very like I don't know. I just feel like would she still do it if she knew who that man really was? I don't know. But he ends up getting her pregnant, and not only is she pregnant with Zeus's kid, but she's also pregnant with the other child, like with the other king's baby. And so what happens is that this king gets fed all this stuff from Hera being Zeus's wife. Hera ends up telling this king in his dreams that, hey, one of your children, one of the childs that's going to be born from your wife is yours, but the other one is from the other person that she has been sleeping with, and you're going to be able to tell. So the day comes, Electra is finally having this child. One of them looks exactly like the king. He knows that that one is his. He's relieved. The other one does not look like him at all, and he knows it by the eyes, by the nose. That baby do not look like him. So he gets out his knife and he's ready to kill this baby. And Zeus is not having it. I feel like he loves all the women that he's, dated or has cheated on in the past. He loves them and he loves his children. That's one thing he does, do. He tries to protect everyone that he cares about. And so what happens is he ends up accidentally killing the king and then saving Electra and his son. He ends up leaving the other son. Are you crazy? Now this just causes a whole bunch of stuff right there and there. And he thinks, Zeus says, oh, that son will be better here than with us. Newsflash, no, it won't. It just causes a whole bunch of nonsense in the future. I guess foresight is, 50-50, I guess. But I feel like Zeus should have known. In that time period, literally people were so greedy back then to want the throne, blah, blah, blah. Her other son gets treated like ish to the point where from birth, that man has gotten thrown out ever since his dad died. He got thrown out, almost died, and ends up being raised by one of the loyal servants of the previous king, and gets raised and then watches the person that raised him die, and then he also watches the bears that raised him die as well. So this man is angry. The other son, that son is not having it at all. Not only is that man going through a lot of nonsense, but Electra right here and her child, that's a child from Zeus, Heron, they're going through a lot of stuff because they have to be protected from Hera, as Hera will kill them. Like, she don't play. So Zeus tries to hide them, but while hiding them, they bring along a whole bunch of chaos where it's just always storming, it's gloomy. It's just the townspeople don't like them because ever since they've gotten there, it just has not been it. And this just brings a really strained relationship between Heron, which is Zeus's child, and of course Electra's other child, who doesn't know yet that that's, that they're all related. But anyways, yeah. So because the reason why it brings a lot of strain is because, one, they've been getting mistreated, and two, Zeus's child doesn't know that Zeus has been helping them at all. Like, he thinks that Zeus has just left them for dead. And yeah. Anyways, fast forward. Even though this is like, he's the antagonist, Sephron, he is a victim. This is Electra's son, the other son, and Heron's brother. He ends up basically out to fend for himself. He ends up even finding the person that killed the servant that used to raise him. He kills them and then runs back. And I guess when he killed the person, or like freaking brutally harmed the person that killed the person that raised him. I know this is a lot, guys. Just bear with me. A lot of the soldiers try to go after him. He ends up finding one of the dead giants, and just by touching a giant, you start to, absorb some of the evilness that is within the giant, and he ends up becoming one of the first demons. Now, this is a lot because Sephron, because he has so much built up anger because of his past, because of his life and what he's been through, he's been killing everybody that's in his way, that's not joining him. It's just a lot. He doesn't even know that this is his brother, and he ends up accidentally killing his mom in the process of all this nonsense. And this is all because of the gods. He would not have became this if if it wasn't for the gods. His life would have been so much better without the gods. Anyways, because he's so angry, Hera even gets in his ear and says, hey, if you help me kill Zeus, I can give you whatever you want. I can help you, kill everybody that comes in your path, I guess. And yeah, he ends up helping Hera, and he ends up trying to kill Zeus, helps that. And then he finds out that this right here, Heron, is his brother. But I don't think Sephron is actually mad at his brother at all. I think he was trying to team up with him, but it's too late. He's like, Heron is not going to team up with Sephron just because, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing these names right. I'm just trying my best. Sorry. But anyways, he already knows that, well, not he doesn't already know, but Heron is not going to team up with Sephron. He wants the world to go back to the way it is, even though he does agree with his brother that this is due to the gods doing. And because Sephron accidentally killed his mom, he blames the gods still. And Zeus, he tries to help prevent all that stuff from happening, but it's the gods stopped him from doing that because he will be disobeying his own law that he's made. The law is to let the humans do the humans. If they survive, they survive. If they don't, they don't. That's up to the universe. That's up to them. But because he's been interfering so much, the gods have been getting fed up, and they stopped him because it's punishable by death, and they're just like, how are you going to be a hypocrite? Even his own brother Poseidon was like, sir, you are a fool to go up against Hera. You are a straight up fool. You need to stop. Anyways, because Hera is so mad at Zeus, she still is trying to get this man Zeus's head. So not only does she get Sephron on his side, even though Sephron doesn't even fully agree with Hera's doing, you can tell that he's just here, he doesn't even want to be a part of the gods' issues. He seems that he realizes that this is all the gods' fault, but he ends up helping her anyway. And she ends up trying to get the giants on her side, And fast forward, she rises the giants up again, and she orders them to go ahead and attack Zeus and get his head in exchange for the ocean. And this is where Poseidon ends up going back to his brother to help him. However, I mean, they're almost winning the fight. They almost won the fight, but they didn't, thank goodness. Sephiroth, he tries to get him on his side. He tries to, say, hey, these gods, this is their fault. Let's try to, team up and work against them. Heron's not trying to have it. He's really just like, hey, he does agree that this is the gods' fault, but he doesn't want the heads of the gods. And in the midst of all this, Zeus even tells Hera, hey, these giants are going to turn on you. They're not really to be trusted. And they do end up turning on her. And they do almost end up killing her. Fast forward, I know I'm saying fast forward a lot, but fast forward, Heron ends up getting the little thing to reseal up their souls again. And while he's resealing up the souls, Zeus ends up self-destructing in order to save Hera. But honestly, this all could have just been avoided if Zeus just kept his junk in his pants. Anyways, good night. Hope you guys like it.